Elon Musk looked you up online. What he saw will shock you forever. Listen closely. There is a message reserved in the quiet, written in light across the corridors of heaven, and it carries your name. For a long time, you thought silence meant absence. You mistook hiddenness for abandonment. You believed the delays meant denial. But nothing has been denied you. Everything has been arranged for you. The currents between realms have been moving. Angels have spoken your name like a melody, and the echo of that sound has reached places you never imagined, touching hearts you have never met, and guiding eyes you did not expect to turn toward you. You felt it recently, a stirring that wouldn't explain itself, an inner tremor as though history was adjusting its weight to make room for your next step. You felt called and couldn't say why. You dreamed and woke with fragments of a sentence you couldn't quite remember. You paused mid-breath and felt seen in a way that startled you. You felt as if an unseen door clicked open in the distance. That sound was real. And then, somewhere in the web of human invention, among the engines that search and index and sort, a moment arrived that no algorithm could fully explain. A man known for reimagining factories, rockets, networks, and cities typed a few characters, and the world on his glass screen pulled your name into view. Elon Musk looked you up online. Do not minimize what that means. Do not turn it into hype in your mind or stitch it into a chain of speculations. See it for what it is, a sign. A signal sent through the wires of the world to let you know the veil of invisibility is thinning. This is not about celebrity. This is not about human eyes alone. This is a parable enacted by heaven. When those who influence the direction of the world are drawn, without expecting it, to the light around your life, it is because heaven is directing attention to purpose, not to noise. It is because timing has ripened around your name. God is speaking. I hid you for a season, but I never lost sight of you. I set you apart, not to punish you, but to protect what I planted in you. You were never overlooked. You were preserved. Everything that felt like a delay was a shaping. Every closed door was a training ground for your discernment. Every lonely night was a classroom for your spirit. While you wondered if anyone saw you, heaven took notes on your tears. While you felt small in rooms that didn't welcome you, angels measured the weight of your faith and found it unbreakable. You have not traveled a wasted road. Nothing is lost here. Not your breath. Not your prayers. Not one syllable of your hope. The hour of unveiling has begun. You are moving from obscurity to clarity, from anonymity to assignment, from murmurs of potential to the unmistakable announcement of purpose. This is a divine rollout. Not public relations, divine relations. Not hype, holy timing. Doors are moving on their hinges before you arrive. Paths are being cleared where there was only bramble and uncertainty before. People who never remembered your name will now feel compelled to say it. Projects that once died in drafts will rise as blueprints with breath in them. Connections you thought were accidents will reveal themselves as design. What did he see? He saw something that refused to be contained by pixels. He saw a presence on your page that didn't feel like performance. He saw integrity pulling a chair up to your table. He sensed warmth in your words, and a kind of courage that cannot be faked. He paused because the light around you asked him to. He lingered because purpose has gravity, and your purpose is beyond the pull of ordinary glory. He didn't just see a post. He felt a pulse. But hear this, Elon Musk's glance was not the goalpost. It was a lighthouse. It was a marker in time reminding you that the unseen is coordinating with the seen. That heaven can use even the architecture of search engines to signal your arrival into a new level of visibility. Do not worship a glance. Do not bow to an algorithm. Worship only the one who can turn hearts like rivers and summon attention like dawn over mountains. The same presence that drew shepherds to a stable is drawing those with reach to the cradle of your calling. God is speaking. I have taken what you thought made you odd, your tenderness, your intensity, the way you notice what others rush past, and I have refined them into instruments. I did not need you to be like everyone else. I needed you to be precisely yourself. I needed your sensitivity unbroken, your compassion unmuzzled, your curiosity alive. I needed you to feel, because the work you carry heals. You did not survive to remain silent. You did not come through the fires so you could pretend you were never forged. Speak, carefully, humbly, honestly, but speak. Create. Write. Sing. Build. Mentor. Design. Code. Teach. Grow. Plant. Offer. The assignments are many, but the source is one. Every act of creation you undertake will become a lantern in someone's night. This is not about fame. This is about stewardship. The world does not need more noise. It needs more light. Your life is a lamp. You may begin to notice peculiar confirmations, a number following you through your day, a name returning to your memory, a melody that won't leave you alone, a thought that arrives with peace attached to it. These are not accidents. When peace arrives with a direction, heaven is guiding. When clarity comes with humility, heaven is speaking. You will receive invitations that feel ordinary at first, a meeting, a message, a door left slightly open. Step through the ones that carry the signal of peace. Decline the ones that taste like pressure. You are not in a hurry. There is acceleration, yes, but there is no panic in true purpose. You were not punished by preparation. You were positioned by it. The old projects that wouldn't bloom were not failures, they were seeds in wrong soil. The hands that let go of you were not betrayals, they were releases. The rooms that could not hold you were not rejections, they were confirmations that your blueprint required a different architecture. You are not missing out. You are being aligned. Heaven says, watch what I resurrect in your life. Watch what returns better than how it left. Watch the way I breathe on what you set aside with a sigh, thinking, maybe that was not for me. I am not returning everything. I am returning the right things. Assignments that match your maturity. Opportunities that can bear the weight of your soul without cracking it. Communities that honor who you are, not who they wish you were. You will be called upon by people who carry influence. Do not be intimidated. Do not be dazzled. Watch their fruit, not their fame. See whether their voices make you smaller or draw your true voice out of hiding. You are not to be consumed by other people's urgency. You are to be anchored in my timing. You may walk into rooms you never imagined, but I will walk into them with you. The one who lifted Joseph from a pit to a palace is not limited by the modern versions of those places. Elevation is not evidence that you are loved more. It is evidence that your assignment has entered a new chapter. Remember who you are at the dinner table of destiny. Remember your posture. Humility is not a performance. It is the natural posture of someone who understands where breath comes from. Your humility will be your armor. Your faith will be your shield. Your gratitude will be your ground. Your generosity will be your overflow. Give what you can safely give: encouragement, time, wisdom, artistry, kindness. Guard your resources with wisdom and release them with purpose. Not everyone who arrives at your doorstep is sent for your good. Ask for discernment. It will be given to you. The glow around you has grown stronger. That is why warfare tried to break you recently. When light intensifies, shadows stir. But hear me, you are safe. You are held. Not because danger never walks, but because grace never leaves. Your steps are mapped by one who knows every street before it is paved. You will feel a strengthening in your inner world. Thoughts that used to spiral will begin to find their breath again. Heavy mornings will lift. You will wake to the feeling of a new beginning without needing to force it. When that happens, honor it. Don't rush to fill the day with performances. Sit with the strength. Let it settle into your bones. Speak to it in gratitude. It will multiply. This is an hour of ignition. You were not meant to fit in the patterns you outgrew. You were meant to repattern. You were not meant to clutch the approval of every crowd. You were meant to love without needing to be liked. You were not designed to shrink so others feel big. You were designed to stand so others remember they can stand too. Your presence is permission for others to be honest about their own callings. Keep your heart soft. Keep your boundaries wise. Not everyone who comes close should stay close. Protect your peace with love, not with fear. There will be a healing that touches the private parts of your story, the parts no platform will ever know. I will touch the old wounds. The ones you stopped checking because they took too long to close. I will soften what became hard so you would survive. I will warm what went cold so you wouldn't feel so much. I will return tenderness to places where you learned to be numb. And you will feel it. Not all at once, like fireworks. More like sunrise, quiet, gradual, undeniable. Your spirit will warm as if someone lifted the winter from your chest. That is me. That is real. When you feel the new strength, do not hide. Do not apologize for it. Compassion doesn't mean collapsing. Kindness doesn't mean shrinking. Love doesn't mean losing yourself. Stand with warmth. Speak with grace. Move with clarity. There will be those who question how you changed so suddenly. Smile inwardly. You know nothing about this was sudden. It was scheduled. It was written. It was prepared quietly, carefully, relentlessly. This moment is not an accident. Your steps are not random. You are entering a corridor where destiny accelerates. What once took years will begin to happen in months. What used to cost you all your energy will now happen with less friction, because it will be aligned rather than forced. Do not mistake ease for shallowness. This is not about shortcuts. This is about flow. There is a holy current in your favor, and it will carry you when your legs get tired. You may feel compelled to build. Build fearlessly. Build carefully. Build with love. The technology within you is not merely a knack, it is divine design. You carry blueprints that bless other people's lives. You carry codes that unlock courage. You carry prototypes for communities where truth and tenderness can coexist. Launch what you were meant to launch. Write what only you can write. Teach what you had to learn the hard way. Design solutions for problems no one else wanted to admit existed. When heaven highlights a life, it is not to glorify a person. It is to distribute light through them. Do not compare your path to anyone else's. Comparisons are thieves dressed as friends. It will be tempting, especially as visibility grows, to measure your worth by metrics. Do not do it. Your value predates any algorithm. Your impact will reach places no numbers can measure. Influence that heals cannot be fully graphed. The most important lives you will touch may never tell you you touched them. Trust the quiet ripple. There will be invitations that sound grand but do not fit your spirit. You can decline them without guilt. You owe no one your exhaustion. You owe heaven your yes. Learn to recognize the difference between noise and a note meant for you. The right opportunities come with room to breathe. The wrong ones crowd your lungs. You have wondered if you can handle the attention. What if I am not ready? What if I break? What if I fail out loud? The fear is fair, but it does not carry the last word. You were prepared in private so that when public moments arrive you do not panic. You learn to hear guidance without applause. You learn to gather your courage without an audience. You learn to find stillness in storms. These are not small things. These are the very things that will keep you steady. There will be people who try to return. Some will apologize. Some will not. You do not need every apology to forgive. Forgiveness is not a door back into your home. It is a door out of your prison. Release what needs release. Reconcile where it is wise. Bless from a distance where necessary. You are an open-hearted person, but not an open container. Keep your boundaries kindness-shaped and steel-lined. Notice the signs. Not superstitions, signs. A sequence of numbers that seems to greet you when you move with courage. A name you keep hearing that points you to a person you are meant to meet or a figure you are meant to study. An idea that refuses to leave you alone, showing up in conversations, books, songs, and dreams. Pay attention to what is confirmed in 3 different ways by peace. Peace will be your compass. Peace will tell you when to sit down and when to step forward. Peace is not the absence of risk. It is the presence of alignment. Pray. The simplest prayers often carry the strongest power. Speak like you're speaking to a friend who loves you enough to tell you the truth and strong enough to move mountains for you. Ask for wisdom daily. Ask for courage when the invitations arrive. Ask for gentleness when criticism comes. Ask for protection when jealousy stirs around you. Ask to remain teachable when praise is loud. Ask to remain joyful when results are slow. You will be heard. You are heard now. Be grateful. Gratitude keeps you from forgetting who is writing your story. Gratitude keeps your spirit supple. Keep a record of grace, moments that confirmed your steps, people who brightened your path, doors that opened at the right time. When doubt visits, read your records. Your memory is medicine. Take care of your body. Your purpose is not a separate planet from your physical self. Rest when you are tired. Eat what gives you life. Move in ways that remind you you inhabit a miracle. The work ahead requires longevity more than intensity. Pace yourself. You do not have to sprint to prove you're serious. Your consistency will speak louder than your rush. You will hear your name in rooms you have never entered. Do not be shocked by this. Be ready. Ready does not mean rehearsed. Ready means anchored. Ready means honest. Ready means you know your yes and your no and you can speak both without trembling. Ready means you can look influence in the eyes and remember the light that got you here does not come from them. Protect your private world. Build a life that can survive success. Keep a few people around you who tell you the truth when the crowd tells you the convenient. Seek counsel from those who love your soul more than your platform. Celebrate quietly without needing to post every miracle. There is beauty in sharing, and there is beauty in mystery. Balance both. You will feel moments when inspiration arrives like waves. When that happens, do not dismiss it. Capture what comes. Write the sentence. Sketch the idea. Record the melody. Note the solution. These waves are not random, they are delivery systems. Some ideas will become offerings for the public. Some will remain private prayers. Both are holy. Heaven is not sending you into rooms to prove your worth. Heaven is sending you into rooms to pour your worth out where it heals. You will be surprised by who receives you. It will not always be the ones you expected. That is fine. Invest where there is hunger, not merely where there is hype. Go where your message lands like water on thirsty ground. Do not chase echo chambers. Seek transformation. As your visibility increases, expect resistance. Expect misunderstandings. Expect opinions. Expect projections. These are weather patterns, not permanent climates. Take cover where needed, but do not cancel your voyage. You are a ship built for oceans, not a leaf designed for gutters. Steer with wisdom. Drop anchor when storms are loud. Set sail again when the winds turn. You are not at the mercy of waves you were built to ride. You will be tempted to dim to keep old dynamics comfortable. Don't. Love them. Honor them. But do not shrink to fit rooms you have outgrown. Your shining is not a threat. It is an invitation. Those who belong in your tomorrow will adjust their eyes to the brightness. Those who are anchored in yesterday will ask you to switch the lights off. Bless them. Keep going. Elon Musk looked you up online. It is a sentence the world might hear and turn into gossip or conjecture. Leave them to their sport. The sentence is a signpost to you. Heaven knows how to speak your language. Heaven knows how to reach you where you live. If it takes a glance through a global magnifying glass to remind you that you are seen, so be it. If it takes a name everyone knows to confirm what heaven has whispered for months, so be it. But do not build an altar to a glance. Build your altar to the one who sees beyond the screen. I am with you, says God. When invitations arrive, I will be with you. When you answer calls that make your hands tremble, I will be with you. When you sit in front of blank pages and wonder if your words matter, I will be with you. When your voice shakes in the first rooms and steadies in the next, I will be with you. When you laugh in relief because the thing you feared went better than you hoped, I will be with you. When you lose something you thought you needed and realize you are freer without it, I will be with you. When you rest because the work is heavy and the heart is tender, I will be with you. You are not fragile. You are refined. You are not behind. You are right on time. You are not alone. You are accompanied by counsel the world cannot see. Angels walk the edges of your days, guarding thresholds you haven't even noticed. There is a math in heaven that makes no sense to fear. Things you thought were ruined will reveal themselves as rerouted. Things you thought were small will reveal themselves as seeds. The universe is not your God, but it is your servant. It will rearrange around the command of divine timing. Expect alignment. Expect the right eyes to see, the right hearts to hear, the right hands to help. Expect messages at times that make you laugh because they arrive exactly between your sigh and your next step. Expect a sweetness in the air when you make the decision you were designed to make. Expect favor that cannot be faked. Expect confirmation you did not manufacture. You will not have to beg to belong where you belong. You will not have to shout to be heard where you are meant to speak. Your work will find its audience. Your kindness will find its recipients. Your voice will find its resonances. Your presence will find its place. That is the promise of alignment. Not that things are easy, but that what is yours has a path to you and what is not yours fades without violence. Keep your heart focused on purpose, and let the rest orbit. Influence is not the sun, you are not meant to revolve around it. Purpose is the star that led you here. Purpose is the flame that won't go out. Purpose is why you survived. Purpose is why your hope resurrected itself when you thought it had no energy left. Purpose is why your tears taught you empathy instead of bitterness. Purpose is why your solitude trained you to listen instead of escape. There will be a moment soon when a message arrives, an email, a DM, a call, a tap on the shoulder in a room you barely made it into. It will read ordinary, but it will feel different. It will carry the quiet weight of destiny without shouting. When that happens, breathe. Read it twice. Sit with it.